Welcome to Batical Art, brah, where we put the batical in art. So I immediately lost the marker that I was going to use for this. So I guess I'm using a red pen. So today we're going to make creepypasta, I guess. I don't know, I just wanted to make a cool looking creature or whatever, and you know, creepypasta is popular, right? That's still a thing, sure. Okay, here we go. So, I've got this big old sketchbook here, and I don't know what's creepy. Let's start out with those ideas. Let's just write creepy, and there, creepy. Okay, so what's creepy? Obviously, weird smiles. You know, just them big smiles, because I don't know, everyone thinks I spelled smile wrong. Okay, no smiles. Let's go for hate. Hate. Yeah, hate's scary. Okay. Long arms? Yeah. Sure. What else is creepy? Teeth. Too many teeth. You know what else is scary? Bad handwriting. Fingernails. No. Less fingers? Eyes? Big eyes. Big eyes with little features. What else is scary? I guess tall. I see a lot of art and people like to draw really, really tall things. So let's go tall. What is scary? Do you know what scary is? Because I sure as hell don't. I guess bad ideas are scary. Let's just write bad idea, because this is a bad idea. All right, we have our stuff. Here is our list. I hate it. Now, how does let's put behavior. How does our creature behave? How does it act in the wild? How does it survive? What does it eat? How does it sleep? Is it alive? Okay, inanimate object. I don't know, man. Cannibalism? It doesn't eat, because it's not human. It eats other of its kind. Okay, cannibal. Behavior. I guess it can... Okay, we're done with behavior, because I can't think of anything else. What else? Why is it scary to humans? It hunts us for sport, I guess. It's like the predator. It can only attack you in daylight. It needs a name. What's a name? Names. Sublet. Nah? Okay, pick a name. So, this is what we have now. I guess I gotta draw it. So how do we draw hate? Well, let's start with the diamond shape, because nobody likes diamonds. Let's draw some eyes. I got big eyeballs. You know, everyone hates that show. What's it called? The Problem Solvers. When I was a kid, I loved that show. But you know, whatever. But people hated those eyes, so those are the eyes that I give. Here we go. It's a thing. Okay. Oh, teeth. Okay, let's just draw some teeth. It's just perfect. This is, I don't know what's happening. I guess it's a thing. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this anymore. What we got? Long arms. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Less fingies? Okay. You get 2 fingies. But what you make up for in what you lose in fingies, you make up for in handsies, I guess. Okay, everybody knows that bad health is scary or something. So we've got ourselves a skinny boy here. There we go. Oh. Oh, what else we got? Little features. Maybe he's got tiny feet. Oh no. What do we need? A big old tail? There we go. Oh no, what have I done? Okay. Well, I think I've. Now let's do some more. Let's draw some spikes. Spikes are scary, right? Sure, whatever. Oh, we've got a tail now. Is this a bad idea? Yeah, I think I've illustrated that perfectly. Bad idea all the way through. So we've got our creature. So now we gotta create our story. Okay, so let's draw our human on the internet that's probably posting the story and laughing with their friends about how stupid they think people are because there are people out there that believe it. Oh! So, let's just draw a circle. That's a face. Let's just draw circles. Circles are good. Everything's a circle, right? Yeah. Oh, everything's a circle. Or ovals. Sure. Here we go. Here's our person. Our anonymous human being. Now, there we go. Now it's perfect. So what? This thing appears at daylight, right? So when during the day is the scariest? Well, when's the sun brightest? Noon? Okay. So she's in the middle of summer. summer. It's noon. She's doing shit with her family. I don't know, man. I'll rate this shit later. I hate being creative. It's not fun anymore. Okay, middle of summer. What are things that people do in the summer? Swimming. She goes swimming. She goes home to go get some towels because people forgot towels. She's with family. Maybe it's like an apartment or whatever. And as she's walking to the apartment, she sees a figure in the distance. Like, it's super duper bright or whatever. Maybe there's snow because snow reflects or whatever. It's blinding. The snow, it's gonna kill me. And shit. That's not, she sees that creature over there, that blinding light. She thinks she doesn't see it. She looks away or whatever for a second. And she goes to the apartment or whatever, just ignoring it, being like, da, da, da. She comes back to the pool. Maybe it's like just her and her brother or whatever. Her mom's at the grocery store or some shit. And her mom's just at the grocery store shit. And it's just her and her brother. Her brother's at the pool. She goes over there. She comes back and her brother's just laying face down in the pool, bleeding. And there are just like fucking 4 holes in his chest or whatever type thing from its grabby little 2 fingers or whatever, stabbing him. And for the most part, he's got no blood in his body. The cops come and they're like, where's the blood or whatever? It's not in the pool. He couldn't have lost that much blood or whatever. Giant mosquitoes? Yeah, giant mosquitoes. Angry mosquitoes. Stay away from the giant mosquitoes. They will kill you, and they will be happy. You don't want mosquitoes to be happy. Mosquitoes should not have rights. Ugh. What was I saying? So it's the middle of summer. Yeah, and mom's away. Probably drinking milk outside and it goes bad or some shit. And she's hallucinating or something. I don't know. What else? What else is there? Maybe she meets some crazy guy who's like, hey, I have all the answers. You gotta stay out of the sunlight because the sunlight will kill us all. Gives her umbrella. Is like, you now have the power to protect you and the ones you love. And she's just like, get the fuck away from me, you weirdo. I don't know you. I don't know what you're talking about. My brother was killed by a mosquito. So, just get the fuck out of here. I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. It's really uncool that you would make fun of me like that. I'm a I'm a sister, and my mom is now without her favorite child. She hates me now. Oh no. And then, what happens? She doesn't take the umbrella. she goes home. It's the rest of the day or whatever. She has a life, and then what? Like 2, 3 a week, year. Yes, later. She sees that creature again. You know, it's hot. It's boiling hot. They're saying don't go in the pools. If you go in the pool, it'll boil your legs and you'll die. And she's just outside, you know, playing wall ball with the other kids. What does she do? She separates from the group. She sees that shit again, that thing that, what was it called? Sublet. It's Sublet now. That's the first thing I wrote, so that's what it is now. She sees the Sublet and she's like, shit, I don't want to die. What the fuck is that? It must be real. Maybe that's what killed my bro. Oh, no. She runs and she goes talk to the people that she was playing with, and they're just like, what the fuck are you talking about? This creature don't exist. Girl, you're actually losing your freaking mind. I guess she's a girl now. I was just drawing, you know, a person. I didn't even intend. I didn't care. She's a girl now. She's like, I'm going home. I don't want to deal with this shit no more. She goes home. She's in the dark or whatever, and she starts thinking about that guy who said, you know, stay away from the light or whatever. She turns on the brightest light in her house and stands in there, and she sees that fucking creature. She turns it off and runs away into her closet, and she becomes a recluse forever. She writes a story on the internet and says, I have not seen the creature since then, I think my mom is dead now. I haven't seen her since Monday, and I think I'm just gonna die too. Maybe I'm cursed, maybe she got killed by a mosquito. Maybe it's all mosquito. Maybe I got killed by a mosquito and I'm just in limbo or something like that. It's the afterlife and I hate myself. I don't know. Is any of this real? Internet, tell me that I'm real. Oh, no. I hate everything. I'm gonna die. Well, that was the video. Thanks for watching. I hope this was worth your time. I don't even know if it was worth mine. Was this a good idea? Who knows? The world is spinning. Oh no, maybe she spun so long that her brains flew out, and then she thought, hey, I see things that aren't there. And the doctor was like, no, you are seeing things because your brains fell out. Let me help you. Stick your brains back in. Have you seen your brains lately? And she's just like, no, I didn't even know my brains were out. They're probably somewhere. Somebody probably stepped on it. It's probably covered in mud and dog shit and stuff. And she's like, hey, is there any way to get my brains replaced? And they're just like, you're going to die. And she's like, no, I don't want to die. If I die, then I'll be dead. I don't want to be dead, you know? You know, my brother died. You know how he died? And the doctor's like, how'd he die? You know, did his brains fall out too? And she's just like, nah, the giant mosquitoes got him. And they're just like, oh shit, not the giant mosquitoes. You know, that's how my uncle died. You know, my whole family ever since has been terrified of those things. You know, you gotta stay out of that hot weather. And stay away from the waters because, you know, they lay their eggs in those waters, especially chlorinated water. Them giant mosquitoes, unlike the small ones, are resistant to that chlorine. They lay their eggs in there and they make their babies and they kill you. Their babies, their little eggs that are microscopic that you cannot see, but somehow in a month, they grow to the size of too big, and they kill everything. But when they're those eggs, you know, You know, they just feast on your skin pigment. If you swim too much, you'll turn white. You'll turn white like paper. And you'll probably die from that too if you do it too long. You know, it's not good to not have that pigmentation. So, you know, just don't go in the water. Stay out of the sun. You know, stay away from life. Life is bad. Oh my gosh, what else? What else can we do with this? There's a story going. Is it getting better? Is it getting worse? Who knows? Maybe she gets older. She gets a boyfriend. She meets him at university, and she's like, "Hey, I think you're hot. Get with me, and I will make you happy. Yes?" And he's like, "No," and she's like, "But," and he's like, "Okay," and then they're on a date now. And he's like, "Tell me about yourself," and she's just like, "My brother's dead." And he's like, "Oh shit." He's just like, "I think my mother's dead, but I cannot confirm that. The cops haven't found her body. My brother was killed by mosquitoes. My mom has probably been dead by them too." And he's just like, "Man, that sucks. The mosquitoes, nah. Them things aren't, get them away from me." He's like, "I'm allergic to mosquitoes." And she's just like, "Oh," it's just like, specifically giant mosquitoes. And she's like, "Okay." And he's like, "Yeah, they'll kill me." And she's just like, "Huh, cool." And so they order their food, and he gets, you know, fish or whatever, but he ordered a steak, and he's just like, "I did not order this. Give me my food." And the waiter's like, "No." And he's just like, "Okay." And he eats his food, and she's like, "Okay, so the steak's going well, right?" And he's like, "Sure." and she's just like, "Okay." Then she asks him, you know, "What's your life like? What you be? Who you?" And he's like, "Hey, I'm a music guy. I'm doing the music stuff." And she's just like, "That's cool." And she's like, "Well, you want to be?" And he's just like, "I want to be a trans-dimensional DJ." And she's just like, "Oh, how's that?" And he's like, "Light." She's like, "Explain." And he's like, "Light." She's like, "Okay, I see." And then he's like, "You know, you want to hear something really weird? Speaking of mosquitoes, you know how there's them giant mosquitoes coming in the summer?" He's just like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, well, the other day I saw something." She's like, "Huh?" He's like, "I don't know. It was a very, very bright day, and, you know, I saw something in the shine of the sun. I couldn't really see it because the sun was shining in my eyes and it was burning my face. But it was the weirdest thing. It was eyes and teeth and the arms. You know what I'm saying? It had nose and mouth and it had eyes. Yes?" And she's just like, "Yes, I understand. I know. I saw. I think. I know. It killed. Yes?" And he's like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Okay, let's kiss." And they kiss and they're like, we hate each other. Goodbye. They never see each other again. Until they do. She's like got her career. She's like a businesswoman or something. And she doesn't really know what she's doing at her job. Like, she missed orientation, yet she somehow still has a job or whatever. She has no idea what this company does. But she's here and she's doing her job. And he comes in and he's like, "Hey, you know, you're supposed to book me for this office party or whatever. And I'm DJ." And she's just like, "Hey, I recognize you." And he's like, "Oh, I recognize you too." And she's just like, "I love you." And he's like, "Yeah, I love you too." The fuck is this? Oh no. Then of course they get married that day. And they have 12 children. yesterday. Oh no, they have 12 children now, and mom's like, you know, stay out of the sun, you'll get dead. And the kids are like, okay, and the father's like, nah, don't be telling the children that shit. I don't want you feeding them that nonsense. And she's just like, my brother is dead. And he's just like, fine, I'm leaving. Oh my gosh. So anyway, the boyfriend ends up dead. Mosquitoes. No, it wasn't the mosquitoes. The mosquitoes were coming after him. And then he jumped into a river, hit his head, and died. You know, good old Bridge to Terabithia style. Now it's just her and her children. And one of them's like, hey, you know, Mom, I don't know about this. I want to join football. Football's in the sunlight. And she's just like, nah. Not in this household. In this household, we stay in the dark. And he's just like, forget you, Mom. He joins the football. He's like, where did I go wrong? So 3 days from then, all the children are dead. She doesn't know how. She doesn't know why. She just comes home from work. All her children are dead. And she's just like, I must be cursed. No. And so she's like, okay, this has to end. This has to end. This has got to go. I'm not playing this shit. She's just like, she just goes hard. She's like, I'm gonna become an exterminator. I'm gonna become a giant mosquito exterminator. You know, I'm gonna be the only one of my kind because nobody else deals with that shit because it's too scary. So she goes out there. She starts looking for them eggs. She's wearing freaking Kevlar, and she's got a knife, and she tried to get a pistol, but they said, no, you're not stable in the brain. And she's just like, fuck you, I'm gonna go kill some mosquitoes. She starts making that money, and after a while, she's like, hey, these mosquitoes, the way they kill, it's not the same. There would have to be 4 mosquitoes to kill my brother. He was punctured by 4 of them. Well, next thing she knows, she runs into her mom. Her mom's still alive. Turns out her mom this whole time abandoned her to go figure out what killed her brother because she loved the brother mother. The brother better. And, oh. This is the fucking nonsense. She's been researching mosquitoes, and they convene with each other and like, yeah, and no, it's crazy. It wasn't the mosquito. There's no way it was the mosquitoes. And then the daughter's like, hey, I saw this creature. I'm telling you, it was fucking weird. And the mom's like, you know what? I've seen it recently too. And she's like, maybe we're cursed, maybe we're dead. And she's just like, no, daughter, girl, sweetheart, child I don't love as much. You're not crazy. And she's just like, thank you. And they hug each other like they haven't seen each other in years, because they haven't. Probably 25 exact years. She's 30 now. Her mom's what, 60, 40, 10? So they go, and they end up someplace, the brightest place on earth. They find this creature and they're just like, okay, let's go to it. They go to it, it comes out, it's ready to fight, it's ready to stab. And they're just like, fuck you, you're gonna be dead. And it's like, fuck you, no I'm not. And they're just like, and it's like, and they stab it, and it's just, they stab it once or whatever. Mom shoots it in the tummy, and it's just like, ah, please don't kill me. And they're just like, why the hell are you killing us? And it's just like, it's fun. And they're just like, that's not a reason. And it's just like, so what? It's my reason. And they're just like, no, no, stop. You killed my brother. And they're just like, well, you killed my brother first. And she's just like, what? And it's just like, in the pool when you were kicking around and swapping around and swimming, you stepped on my brother with your toesy woesies and it was dead. It's microscopic little sperm and then you killed my brother. And it's just like, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. And it's just like, okay, all is forgiven. And she's just like, but you did know. And he's like, I thought. And then it's like, I'm sorry I stabbed you. And it's like, I'm sorry I stabbed you too. Turns out he stabbed the girl whose brains fell out, but she's still alive, even though her brains fell out. And it went through that hole with its stabby wabby fingers, and she didn't die because she had no brain. Oh no! She had no brain. And Mom comes in there with the gun, shoots the creature dead in the head, and they're just like, we have to warn the world about these creatures. And the mom's like, well, what if there's only one? And she's just like, nonsense, it had a brother. And then she's just like, wait a second, microscopic eggs? Mosquito? A mosquito the whole time? And they're like, oh no, they're mutating! We gotta warn the world! The mosquitoes are getting worse! They're fighting back! They're getting bigger and bigger and worse, and they're gonna kill us all! And so they dedicate the rest of their lives and probably die to one of these mosquitoes. The end. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What is this? Maybe I need to write this. Maybe I need to actually write all of this. We need to name our girl. We need to name all of her characters. Maybe I'll do a speed paint or whatever of what I need to draw. What we got? We got mom, brother, weird guy, and boyfriend. Oh yeah, and doctor. So we'll draw all those things maybe. And we need to name our girl. What's her name? What's a good Natalie. Her name's Natalie. Natalie the mosquito killer. She probably has like some kind of television series where she kills them, like Billy the Exterminator or whatever. Or maybe it's something more along the lines of something like Crocodile Hunters, where she's like completely irresponsibly fights these mosquitoes. Well, this was the thing. Hope somebody enjoyed this. Bye.